welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey y'all. Look, I'm gonna throw these glasses on because I feel like you can't see the fact that my lashes is coming off. Okay. So they're helping me today. All right. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Lavonda Lett for Story Time. And tonight or this evening, afternoon, rather, I don't know. Look, but we come into you early at 5 o'clock. As you all know, Thursdays are my I also have another meeting, which is the Enoch discussion at 6 p.m. And so I just didn't want to miss it anymore. So I switched the time for Thursdays only. Hey, Auntie Linda, love you, love you, love you. So I switched the time, rather, not the days, but the time. So because it is Thursday, and if you guys remember, we like to read the 10 Commandments. Yes, 10 Commandments. I just want to say that if you're new to Storytime, welcome again. Storytime is a platform where we're just after truth and we just expose lies, okay? And so we're not anti a group of people, a group, a nation of people, or any a thing of that matter. We do talk about our Hebrew heritage, birthright, bloodline. However, we do not affiliate ourselves with religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm not a religious person. So story time is about like our heritage, things that was mistaught to us from childhood on into adulthood. I'm so glad, Casey, that you're on because now you saw me rambling, but now I can actually get into something because you logged on, sir. Thank you for the ruach. So yes, I just wanted to say that because most time a lot of people, when they hear us talking about our Hebrew heritage, they think we are related to religion. Not religion, not at all. I denounced religion some time ago, and I'm still working that out, okay? Because look, I was not born into, but I gave myself into religion at the age of like 16. And if you may be wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking for my scripture, which is Exodus, the 10 Commandments, okay? I believe it's 20. Yes. Exodus 20. You are something else. Okay, Exodus 20. I'm talking to my big brother, KC. Listen, feel like I've known you my entire life, okay? Exodus 20, we're going to talk about the 10 Commandments because this is the very foundation far as our heritage go, far as, again, not religion, far as our birthrights, the things that we are standing on as Israelite people, okay? I just want to say that. So we're going to go ahead and read the 10 Commandments. Here it is. And this is not Levon speaking, okay? I didn't write these. These are the words of Elohim. Okay, so it says, and Elohim spoke all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah Eloheka, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other Elohim before me. You shall not make unto you any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Okay, we're not supposed to not to have any of those things, okay? Not no picture, not none of those things. Okay. You shall not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah Eloheka, am a jealous owl, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. Here it is, y'all. And guard my commandments. And showing mercy to them, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. I'm one of the 1,000. I don't know if you one of the 1,000, but that love me and guard my commandments. Listen, there's a lot of things that I should guard and keep. But if I'm telling you, somebody give me something, I might keep it. But 2 weeks, you ask me where it is, I may have to pull a senior citizen moment and tell you, oh, you know what, baby, I don't know. But if you tell me to guard it, that thing is going to take all of my thought process, okay, and all of my focus, because I'm going to know where it is. When you ask me 3 months, oh, it's still right here. I made sure nobody was playing with that. I made sure my kids didn't touch it. I made sure I said, hey, this is that. This is how he wants us to be when it comes to his commandments, okay? And guard my commandments. Thank y'all for being one of the thousands that loves them, okay? All right. You shall not take the name of Yahuwah Eloheka in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. I tell my children that all the time when they go out somewhere. Listen, don't you know Yah here? Don't get to somebody else's house and you start cutting up and you acting like you don't know Yah. And that's a part of taking his name in vain. Make sure the same character you have here is the same character you have if you're going over somebody else's house. Don't act like you are Hasatan's child, okay? You're not. You're of the Most High. Don't take his name in vain, okay? I used to think if you said, "Ooh, Jesus," that was taking the name, but we done. All right. Okay, remember the day of the Sabbath to keep it holy. Keep it exclusive, keep it special, keep it holy. Okay, 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah Eloheka. In it you shall not do any work, you nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that's in them is, and rested the Sabbath day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the day of the Sabbath, and he hallowed it. Yes. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Yahuwah Eloheka gives you. You shall not kill. You shall not break wedlock. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lust after your neighbor's house. You shall not lust after your neighbor's woman, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is of your neighbors. Hallelujah. May Yah add a blessing to the hearers and reader of his word and those that are guarding his commandments. May Yah add a special, special blessing on you. Because listen, it's a lot of effort and time. I'm telling you, all the brain molecules, okay, get sucked up into that thing. I have thinking like, is this a part of the commandment? Like, is this everything that you do? That's the foundation of everything. How you live, that's the foundation. I tell you that. All right. So grab your books. If you were with me yesterday, you know we left off at 185. So we're gonna go ahead. Aman. Yes. Thank you, Auntie Nashan. All right, so go ahead and grab your books. We're on 185, and this is Mr. Lee B. Cummins' last book of the Negro question. All right, so we had left off. I had that cliffhanger. I took y'all there. Bam, left y'all there. I don't know what that was, but you knew. All right, so I'm going to read. I'm going to start over from yesterday's reading, okay? So it's Benjamin Franklin, 1751. The French are swarthy. We all know what the swarthy is because he laced us up on game. We know that it's a dark complexion, someone that is melanated, okay? All right, President John Jay. I like to call him JJ because I feel like that's what it. Hey, JJ, John Jay. Listen, that's me. May not have happened back then. All right, French Huguenot. So he's selling French word swarthy. So he's trying to tell you that this President John Jay was a black man. Black, but we know Hebrew. Okay, y'all got it. All right, John Jay, one of the signatories of the Treaty of Paris Treaty of Paris, was the president of the Continental Congress in the year of 1778. And I told you this is crazy because we're learning this stuff, but slavery started 1619, supposedly. I think it might have started a little earlier. I don't know. But I know for a fact it says 1619. But we had a president, a dark man. Now, he wasn't in the United States. However, it should have still been put in books that we had someone that looked like us taking this kind of position, okay? All right. He was a swarthy / black Frenchman. He later became the first chief justice in the 13 colonies. The date 1778 is 27 years from the date 1751. That Benjamin Franklin said that the French were black. That is not enough time for skin color to change from black to white. Not enough time, okay? First flag. All right. President Bodinot, French Huguenot. Again, the word French is underlined, so he's trying to point to the fact that this person is melanated. Elijah Bogonot, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it tonight. A swarthy / black Frenchman became president, another president, come on, of the Continental Congress in the year 1782. The black Frenchman was president during the final years of the American Revolution. Now, I know we all know something about the American Revolution. I heard about it. I couldn't tell you off of details, but I know they taught the American Revolution in school. However, while the American Revolution wasn't going on and being taught in school, Mr. Elijah Bogonot was not mentioned. Okay, I would have known. I would have remembered, because listen, seeing representation has an imprint on you. Okay, it leaves. It's like, oh, it's like a tattoo. Like, man, there was somebody, you get it. All right, so the black Frenchman was president during the final years of the American Revolution, and he was descended from the De la Troblade family in France. The date, 1782, is 31 years from the date, 1751, that Benjamin Franklin said that the French were black. Again, this next line is bold, and it's bold, and listen, he's trying to drive home this point. And this is his point. This is not enough time for skin color to change from black to white. Bro, what happened? Okay. That's what he's trying to get y'all. Like, listen, y'all see, make it make sense. Okay. This ain't making sense. All right. I have an image of the members of the Second Continental Congress. 11 of the signees were black Scots. 5 of the signees were black Welsh / Brits. 1 Swede, and 2 Irish. See the next page, and we shall. All right, it says the Declaration of Independence, and these people, I can tell, are depicted as black people. And it's 1776, or it might have been 5. Y'all see that? I had to make sure that you got all of that, okay? John Bull Declaration of Independence coin. So that was a coin that I showed you. 10 years after the Declaration of Independence was adopted, John Bull traveled the country in a carriage, seeking out all the men who signed the document. He wanted to paint their likeness. Again, this line is underlined. As you can see, he's trying to get you to understand something of significance. Okay. He wanted to paint their likeness as part of a monumental work depicting, as part of a monumental work depicting the nation founding moment. This means the man was an eyewitness to the skin color of the delegates. He saw them face to face, just like you seeing me face to face. Mr. John Bull saw all of those face to face, so he will know if they were black or white. He listen. They didn't send a blind man to do the job. They sent someone with sight. Hallelujah. All right. This means that the man was an eyewitness to the skin color of the delegates. He saw them face to face. He carried a small painting protected by a special case to which he would add each portrait as he found each member of the Revolutionary Congress. Here's another photo. Get in there. All right. Yes. All right. So Second Continental Congress, artist John Bull. So it says, look up any of the numbered picture that I showed you, and underneath, this is what I'm reading. So it said, look up any of the number individuals on this medal, and then locate the name on the below key. The paragraph below the key will let you know from what race these men descended. Based on this information, you will be able to determine each man's true color. All right. So there's a lot of, listen, what he's not going to do though, I know I have big eyes, but we ain't going to strain these eyes today at 5 o'clock. or 517. No ma'am, no ham. Okay. But just know these people, exactly the way you see it is the way I see it. Are these up here? All right. All right. Now we're going to go back into the reading. Thank you for your understanding. The Black Scot / Irish Signees, William Hopper, New York. Live. Sorry. Sometimes I read what's not on here. All right. So the Black Scot / Irish Signees, William Hopper - North Carolina. Philip Livingston. I feel like I'm graduating somebody, but he's naming them for me. North Carolina. Thomas McKean, Pennsylvania. Edward Rutledge, Rutledge, South Carolina. James Smith, Pennsylvania. James Wilson, same place. John Witherspoon. Yep. John Witherspoon. I'm not sure if it was Pops off of We're Brothers, We're Happy, and We're Singing, and We're Colored. I don't know if it was that guy, but in honor of him, bang, bang, bang. All right. New Jersey, sorry. The Black Welsh Signees, Thomas Jefferson, Virginia. Francis Louis, New York. William Williams, Connecticut, I don't know. George Reed, number 43 of Irish British descendant. Let us all give them a round of I just graduated somebody, you guys. I felt like that's how he wanted it to be read. All right. I'm going to show you another image, and together we're going to find out what we're looking at. All right. So image crop from page 186. And it says, I have numbered the Black delegates that are of Welsh, Scottish, Irish, and Swedish descent. If one were to travel into the past to look at the participant in the Second Continental Congress, one would find among the signees 29 English, 12 Black Scots, 3 Black Irish, 2 Black French, 2 Black Welsh, and 1 Black Dutchman. Thomas Jefferson is delegate number 3. Jefferson was a descendant of the Welsh/British and a ruddy, in parentheses, there's a word called red, in parentheses, man. Thomas Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson was tall, well-formed, straight, and uncommonly strong. He had sandy hair, a ruddy complexion, and a tranquil, benevolent expression. In Hebrew, ruddy means red. Jefferson was either light-skinned or a redbone. We see people that fits this description every day on the block. Parentheses, the neighborhood. We know what the block is. But I get it, because you don't know if somebody that's reading it don't look like me. They may want to know what block. Is this a ABC block? Is this, so I get it, sir. I understand. All right, I'm going to show you a map, and this map have different names on it, okay? Maxima, Britannia, Prima. So you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to show it anyway. And together we're going to find out what I just showed. We all rose as, okay, so let me see. So this is the book image, Hugh Wynn, The Free Quaker. Number 2 says book Colonial Hugh Wynn by Silas Ware Mitchell. And this is a quote from the book. Says, we all rose as he drew near, my mother saying in my ear as he approached, now, Hugh, it is Arthur Wynn. Now, Hugh, take care. End quote. This newly found cousin was like all of us, Wynn family, tall but not so broad as the other Wynns. He was of a swarthy complexion. His hair was coarse, parentheses, nappy, not fine. Colonial Hugh Wynns by Silas Mitchell. William John Penn. And this is another quote. It says, the lad looks like his people. When you are a man, my lad, you will go back to Wales to see where your people come from. These nappy-headed, or in parentheses, coarse, Welshmen were all over the 13 colonies. Thomas Jefferson was one of them. Wow. Let us get an image of Thomas Jefferson today and see what kind of picture they show us. This is good. Oh, how cute. How cute. Y'all see that? Let me get. How cute. Thomas Jefferson. This don't line up to what we just read. All right. Thomas Jefferson. So it says these nappy-headed, coarse Welshmen were all over the 13 colonies. Thomas Jefferson was one of them. No, ma'am, no ham. Doesn't match, okay? Doesn't match. That's the stuff we saw growing up, right? All right, Professor Boyd Dawkins. Our earliest ancestors, the Black Basque, occupied Britain from ancient times. These Black Britons / Scots were Roman citizens from ancient times. The word Britain and Wales is one and the same. If you have seen a Brit, you have seen a Welsh. Can a dead man speak? If he left his memoirs, he can. Let's hear from Thomas Jefferson, but not from the person that I showed you. We don't want to hear from him. Okay, we heard enough from him. Okay, we're going to hear from the person that was described in this book. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson studies Jefferson's ancestry. This is his quote, and this is what Thomas Jefferson had said. My family came from Wales. We already know Wales is melanated people, okay? Near a mountain in Snowdon. My grandfather came from Chesterfield, Wales / Britain. Maybe they said, let's paint the brother white because Chesterfield, you think of, I don't know. I'm not going to make lies. All right. In a place called Osborne. Okay. So this is, he said it. He said, my family come from Wales. And this is his quote. Jefferson is saying this near a mountain in Snowdon. My grandfather came from Chesterfield. In parentheses, it says Wales / Britain in a place called Osborne's. That brother don't look okay. All right, number 1, Journal of the Royal Institute of Cornwall. All right, says the Ivernians. Okay, that's how you pronounce that. Were short, being on average less than 5 inches in height. They had black hair, straight noses, black eyes, and dark brown skin. This present Basque represents, according to Boyd Dawkins, the old Ivernians race of South Wales and are singularly, like the Basque Gauls. I'm going to show you a picture of John Hancock, President John Hancock. Yes. All right. So look, Engraving Littleford in London Magazine. This is where he got this photo from. I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure if I pulled up John Hancock, he's going to look different too than what we are getting exposed to now. Let's see. Just because I'm nosy. Not all the time, but when it matters. All right, so look at this photo. John Hancock. I'm going to show you what Google said. So crazy. This is John Hancock. John Hancock, don't look like it. President John Hancock. And the one that I just showed you, don't look the same. Okay, you can also just do that on your own time as well. All right, let's get into it. The president of the Continental Congress and one of the signees in 1782 was none other than the illustrious John Hancock, the Black Scot slash Irish. The closer you get to the American Revolution, you begin to see that the images are black. The further away you get from the event, the pictures become white. What does this teach me? This teaches me that it was not the people from the colonial era that painted over the black images. The timeline suggests that the people guilty of this crime came from a generation closer to ours. See the Black Scots on the next page, and we shall. This is a book that I'm getting ready to show you, and it's called Western Islands of Scotland. See that? Right, Jefferson or Obama, who's first? Right, okay. The lies they tell you. Okay, so this book, A Voyage to St. Kilda, was published in the year 1695 and is only 80 years from the start of the American Revolution. These Black Scots have been pouring into the 13 Black British colonies since the days of King James VI of Scotland. Take a look at the physical description of these Black Scots below. The complexion of the islanders of Skye is most part black. The complexion of the islanders of Oran is generally brown complexion. The complexion of the islanders of the Isles of Jura is a black complexion. The complexion of the islanders of the Isles of Colonsay is a black complexion. The complexion of the islanders of the Isles of Guinea is a black complexion. I want to drive this point home, okay? Put your GPS on, because he driving us home. I want to drive this point home. The original people of Scotland and Wales/Welsh were Black people from ancient times. It is necessary to overemphasize this point because of the fake history, which I have just showed you what they're teaching our babies. So if you have kids, they're not seeing the real John Hancock. Like I said, they're not really seeing the real Thomas Jefferson. So this is important, okay? It is necessary to overemphasize this point because of the fake history, and that's bold, that is being shoved down our throats. In the United States, a new phrase has entered the consciousness of mainstream society: fake news. President Trump was the first president to alert the American public to this fraud. ABC's news reporter Michael Ross was suspended for the fake news he reported concerning former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. What is the difference between fake current history and fake colonial history? It's the same concept. One is a fake current event and the other is a fake past event. This second extreme is what we will focus on the next chapter, the whitening of the 13 colonies. Chapter 10, the whitening of the 13 colonies. Listen, I wish you can really see this. Okay, you kind of see it a little bit. So she started off, or I can't tell you if it's a man or a woman, I won't lie, but this image started off dark, and as you can see when you get here, it's white. Okay, but we're gonna tap in. I'm trying to keep it coming. Okay, look, I got up at 5 a.m. and went to my office (parentheses Starbucks). We're not even going there. That's his office. To finish editing the Negro Question Part 7. I started my workday looking at the statistics of the different ethnic groups that migrated to the 13 colonies during the colonial era. I finished my work that morning, got in my car, and drove off. That's when it hit me. Benjamin Franklin was looking at the Black Europeans from France, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Germany, Scotland, and Russia daily. Dr. Alexander Hamilton, Franklin's friend, Confirm my thoughts concerning Franklin's essay. When he wrote down his observations while traveling through Pennsylvania in 1744, what politeness demanded ethnic omissions in Franklin's autobiography? And this, if you read the book, you can find this statement on page 290. All right, it says, I dined at a tavern with a very mixed company of different nations. Talk about people, okay? There were Scots, Germans, Irish, Dutch, Roman Catholic, and Jews. Franklin and Hamilton mention the same nations, but Franklin informs the reader that these nations were swarthy/black. Are you sitting down? Question mark. Are you? The next statement is going to astonish you. And this is again coming from the same book, What Politeness Demanded, Ethnic Omissions in Franklin Autobiography, page 294. Says two other ethnic references defy classification. In one case, Franklin's narrator trades quips with political opponents about whether the assembly members resembled black slaves enough to be sold for refusing to obey the governor. Do I need to read that again? Listen, this is what it says in quotation marks. This is from the book. It says two other ethnic references defy classification, period. In one case, Franklin's narrator trade quips with political opponents about whether the assembly's members resembled black slaves enough to be sold for refusing to obey the governor. In the words of Gwendolyn Gillette, hello. As you can see, the blackness of the assembly or colonists members was never questioned. They just wondered, sarcastically, whether the assembly member were black enough to be sold as slaves. I want you to put your thinking cap on. Do I have one? Got mine's on. I don't know what yours look like, and it ain't my business, but I got mine's on. I want you to put your thinking cap on for a moment, just for a moment. How can blacks be assembly members, defy a governor, and write laws during colonial times unless he was free and in charge? I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read that again. How can blacks be assembly members, comma, defy a governor and write laws during the colonial times, comma, unless he was free and in charge? These black Europeans from the Benjamin Franklin saw every day in the colonies were the seed of the black Scots and black Britons that founded the 13 colonies. The free black European history has been destroyed in a very cunning manner. This establishment merged the history of the free blacks from the North with the history of the black slaves in the South. This is why it is illegal for your child not to attend school. The black child must show up to a government-funded school to learn the merged history of the free black Europeans and the black slave from the South. He must be taught the greatest false memories of them all. He must be taught that he descended from slaves. Oh, that is so good. Listen, this thinking cap is on tight because I think it belongs to Zoe, but it's on tight. So I believe I'm getting something, okay? Maybe a headache. I don't know. But listen, that is so true. If you are teaching like our kids, and I was in our school site council, so yeah, every seat in that classroom must have a butt in it, okay? Or they're not going to get paid, right? But listen, when you teach them that they are descended of slaves, how do you think they look at themselves? Subliminally, you are teaching them that you're always going to be working for somebody else. You're never going to have your own. You don't have a voice. You don't have an opinion. You don't have nothing. You're slaves, okay? You're whatever I want you to be. So this is really, really good. And it questions, I'm telling you, I'm at this point, like, throw the whole school system away, okay? What day does the garbage man come? Throw it all away. I'm at that point. I'm at that point. So y'all pray for me and pray for my kids because I ain't trying to jack them up. But however, what's the alternative? Somebody's jacking these kids up. All right. Listen, he must be taught that he is descended from slaves. He must never hear the history of the free black man. On this one great false memory hangs the ideology of white supremacy. Like I was telling my son and showing my son, white supremacy, it follows you everywhere. I don't care how you think you are living your life flying, you get on these planes, you go wherever. It's still following you, but we choose to ignore it. Like, well, that's on them. No. Mm-mm. All right. So the blacks in this world sit in great darkness, and we are the plants. And we are like the plants on the ground of the mighty Amazon forest, which they burned down not too long ago. Y'all remember that? All right. We search mightily for light, but we can't find it. It is hidden from us. All right. So I think he said for a moment, I got 4 minutes. I'm going to take my thinking cap off. Okay. And I'll apply it another time when he asked for it. Okay. But he asked for that. And I gave it. I shall. My ruach resonated with that. And I said, I shall put a thinking cap on. All right. Swarthy black Germans flood Philadelphia. Okay, so let's dissect this statement written in Benjamin Franklin essay. The swarthy is, we're gonna have to finish tomorrow because again, this is a 40-minute reading. I have 4 minutes, and as you guys know, I have Enoch discussion via Zoom. Let me know if you're interested. You can also look at Auntie Shelly on the Beat, which is Michelle Norwood. You can go to her page on Facebook and ask if you can be a part. It is very, very, very good. I'm telling you, very mind-blowing. You definitely need a thinking cap on there because, listen, we all be having ours on. Mine don't look like that all the time. All right, so listen. I just want to say thank you for tuning in on Storytime. We will be back on Storytime at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Again, which is Friday, so we coming straight out of the Jubilees because guess what? It'll be the Sabbath, which he hallowed it. Hallelujah. Had to give you a little ratchet side. All right, so we're going to go ahead and say a quick prayer. That's right. Auntie Shelly said, bring your bonnets, okay? Bring your bonnets, okay? No pajamas, but bring that bonnet. All right. So, Father, Yah, we thank you for Storytime. We thank you for all those who participated and all those who came into the room. I thank you for Mr. Levy Cummins, because, man, sir, who you downloaded, you gave him some stuff. You gave him some revelation. Thank you, sir. You so kind to allow him to see what he see and discover what he discovered, and for him to write that book so we people like us can get a better understanding of our history. We thank you for Mr. Levy Cummins, and we ask that you continue to protect his family, continue to reveal yourself more and more to him, Yah, in a way that just blows his mind, Yah. I ask that you cover his family, continue to enlighten him with wisdom and strategies, Yah, as he continued to write for people like us. Yeah. I pray that you will continue to gather up your people, wake up your people, and those that are awake. Yeah. I pray that you will give us wisdom and discernment and when to share nuggets with other people. Yeah. That way a seed is just not on just random ground. Yeah. Like we are intentional when we share it, and we know that we only share what you say to share. So give us wisdom in that. Yeah. I pray that you will continue to love on your people, continue to guard your people, continue to set your angels around them. Yeah. Encamp your angels around your people. Yeah. Especially Judah. Yeah. You hear the blood of your children crying out. Yeah. But we know that you have us. I know that you have us in the palm of your hands, and that is good enough for me. No matter what this fake news is spewing out on all media outlets, yeah, I know that you have us in the palm of your hand, and so I can rest in that. So thank you for your peace, Father. I pray that everyone that is on this call, on Storytime, will have peace. Let the Ruach really just abide in them on today, yeah. As you know, you said you invited me, and I invited you. You get it? Basically, we coming together. And I pray that everyone will not forfeit the Ruach over any small things or any big things, that we will cherish the Ruach, yeah. That we will guard the Ruach that's within us, and not give ourselves easily into different situations that will tempt us to cut somebody out or to tempt us to lay hands on some people. And we're not talking about praying. Yeah, you know. So help us to guard our ruach and be mindful of how we respond, how we are, yeah, because again, you use people. And so we want to be used in the right way, Father. I pray that you will continue to look on the leaders all over this world, yeah, especially those that teach. Look over the leaders, yeah. In Yahweh name I pray. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. I thank everyone that is on, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. And I will see a lot of you on the Enoch discussion at 6 p.m. via Zoom. Shalom. Bye.